it passed with, I think, like 90 out of like 100 reps. It was like 90 something out of 34 senators. It was 31 senators. So even if the governor were to veto this, it's happening.
How's that work? If the governor were to veto, what would...
It goes back, typically how it works, a veto, it goes back and then you need a larger majority to approve it. But because the large majorities have already, they got a veto-proof majority apparently. We'll see though, but it doesn't need to happen like that. We just, got to make sure the governor knows. And the governor is a big MAGA guy. He's a big Trump guy, Morrissey. So I think as long as he's made aware that people really care about this nationally, then he's going to do it. What people need to understand though, it ain't so simple. When you're dealing with this, it's like on the surface. I'll tell you how the liberals would handle this. They'd be like, why don't ban it? Like, why not ban it? It's crazy. Only evil people wouldn't ban it. In the real world, you have the adults who are like, we want to ban it. We want to get it out of our food. Where will the food come from once we shift off this entire infrastructure of food production? We need X amount of tons per food per day, which generates X amount of dollars or Y amount of dollars. And if we turn this off now and we lose a massive portion, are we going to have the food? Because I hate to break it to everybody, most of the cheap, massive food production all has this garbage in it.
Yeah, I know. Can you pay 40% more for bags of food? This is just a question for you listening. Can you afford 40% cost increase on your bag of chips?
I think it's easy, man.
Oil.
Local. So if you don't want Fruity Pebbles, if there was, what is that, Post? I don't know. If they're like, no, we want our garbage petroleum chemicals in our food, then all you need is some local West Virginia company to be like, we're going to make, a fruity rocks, and they're not going to have any colors on them. And it's going to be a fruity tasting cereal with no fake petrochemical dyes. They'll make it here. And they're going to instantly be a multi-million-dollar company.
It could be that humans, there's a type of human that looks past what they see, and they'll consume something regardless of what it looks like if it's good for them. And then there's everybody else that is blinded by what they see. And we may just be diverging as a human species into the discerning ones that can like sense out the healthy stuff and will be like, I'm not eating the crap. And then everyone else that just gets dumber and dumber and becomes a subservient class. I don't know if we'll necessarily evolve away and become separate species, but it's a very different type of person that overrides their senses.
Kind of describing like NPCs right now, and the issue that we've been having culturally for years, because there's so many people that will just go out and repeat the rhetoric of what they'll become a parrot for the TV and then be willing to get in groups and do violent things. I mean, like what we see with the Teslas right now.
Yeah.
Tesla's companies are being attacked, and it's not like the Teslas are directly tied to Elon. He's literally he owns Tesla, but these local companies that are getting all of their inventory burned down, and then, or if you're just an everyday American driving a Tesla because a couple of years ago you wanted to save the environment, but now they'll damage your car and spray paint a swastika on the side. Yeah. And there's a big difference, and this is why I think Trump won in general, was because people are tired of that particular way to consume information, and they're breaking away from the NPC mindset and actually being open and tolerant, and not just preaching it because that's what they heard on the TV. They're embodying these values. So I feel like what you're describing is like an enlightenment versus continuing to be you
said they spray painted a swastika on a Tesla. Did that happen?
Oh, yeah.
Let me show you.
Serious?
The people that would put symbols on other people's property were the Nazis. They would put the Star of David on the Jews' front door so they could. This is crazy that someone would be like, think this other person's a Nazi so much that they're going to put the Nazi symbol out there.
They're firebombing Tesla dealerships in Portland.
I've only heard a little bit about it.
And you know who did it, because they put a swastika on the side of the Teslas that they didn't burn.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.